Hi, welcome to your market update. This is the deep dive where I'm going to show you some charts and graphs and then also talk a little bit about national data versus local data. I always can't find that button. Share screen. So Ada County. This is for November up to November 2023. We're at 1.7 months inventory. So we're still at extreme seller's market. Went up to 2.0 this year, back down to 1.7. That's based on, our inventory is based on how much demand comes from the buyers that are under contract versus what is for sale and available. It says that in 1.7 months, we will not have any houses for sale if no new homes come on the market. So there's 727 homes for sale right now. This time last year, there was 1067. So you can see that we are even lower inventory than last year. We are slightly down to on buyers though. So a lot of buyers have sidelined waiting on those interest rates. We're at 338 under contract this time last year. Oh, that's not down. No, yeah. 338 versus 349. So pretty similar. Other months this year, we've been lower in buyer count. Our average price is in Ada County for resale is 602. And our prices this year are down now 1.1%. It got up to 4%, and then we recovered a little bit, which is very interesting. But we did not appreciate this year. We've depreciated, even though it's only 1.1. So Canyon County, the average price is much more affordable than Ada. It's further from the city, for those that don't live here, further from the city, further from some of the city amenities, but a great area of Idaho. 415 is the average price. They're down 4.9%. They went up so high because they were so low. 318 for sale. This time last year, 552. Buyers under contract, 124. This time last year, 138. 1.7 months inventory. So let's talk about just a little bit. I have some notes I wanted to tell you about. Okay, the biggest change in our market this year is that there is less houses sold. And as a country, we're at an 18% decline this year over year for homes sold. Here in Ada County, I checked 2 months ago, I should check again, but 2 months ago, year over year, it was 25% less sales in the Ada County, which is what's making it feel like a real shifting market, even though prices haven't come down. GDP is still strong. We're at 4.9%. So that's looking good. Credit card delinquencies. I'm getting this information from the National Association of Realtors. They're economists. Credit card delinquencies are on the rise. They're not nearly as bad as, of course, the Great Recession, but they are trending upwards this year. And there's a couple other things here. Oh, the hybrid work. This is interesting. I mean, for like commercial real estate, we're at 13.1% vacancy. We're actually going higher with vacancy rates in commercial buildings. I thought we'd all come back personally, but I'm back to work in the office. I don't know. I like to be in the office, just personal opinion. Definitely seeing a lot more hybrid work out there, which is super cool. There is price growth in certain areas, certain sectors, and then there's a decrease. So one of the biggest areas that we've seen the cost of everything growing is car insurance, and then rent is second. So car insurance is up 18.9% year over year. Rent is up 7.4%. We're still kind of scratching our heads around why rent still remains, because apartments you see it in Boise, apartments are being built everywhere. And we've had annual apartment construction high, 40-year high in the last 2 years, but rent still hasn't calmed. So we're still kind of waiting. My property managers say that we should expect rents to go down in the future. So for my people that own properties, just get ready for those renewals that you might get a little bit lower rate if you've locked into a higher income rate. And, I rented some of my units in 2020 and 2021, and we got some really high, lease amounts. So gotta watch that. Distressed properties went from next to nothing to 2%. So we do have some delinquency, short sales, distressed foreclosures, but 2% is super small, and just a really normal, any market would have a few distressed properties. I'm seeing more cash offers in this market. My much smaller than the entire nation or the whole entire Boise market, but I would say about 30% of our transactions are cash right now. And it's saying with country, 26%, we're at 20%, 6% cash. Unemployment rate is high. It's the highest it's been in 2 years, this last quarter. So that's kind of new. So we'll see what happens going into the next year. We haven't seen the wage growth happen as much as we expected. And so we'll see what happens there. But this is interesting because we've had all those the less 25% less sales this year than last year. Why do people move? You know, this is for my homeowners and also for my realtors that are listening to this. People move when they have life events happening. And what the country is expecting in the next 2 years is 7 million new babies to be born, 3 million marriages, 1.5 million divorces, 7 million people will turn 65, 4 million people will die, 4 million people will take new jobs, and 4 million net new jobs is what the National Association of Realtors Economists is saying. And then 50 million job switches. So when life happens, real estate happens. That's why we will never see, I mean, we saw a crash, as much of a crash as we would ever see in the Great Recession because of many factors, but we'll never see real estate go all the way down to zero because it's needed and necessity, it's roof over our heads. But we will see changes in our market. Markets go up and down and they eventually go up again. And so if this continues to go down, even though we've only gone down a little bit this year, it'll take years to come back, right? Even if it's just like a little down and a little up, usually real estate peak to peak happens from 5 to 10 years. So if you think back to the Great Recession, our peak was in 06 or 07. We went way down and then we went right back to where we were almost to the exact dollar on average in 16, 17. So there was 10 years that it went down and up and then it eventually goes up again. If you have questions about this, if you're one of those people with the job change or the divorce or the marriage or the baby, those great reasons to move, I love to strategize about it. So just send us a text or call us at 208-869-2444, press the number 3. Thank you for listening and comment if you learned something new.